Dean's legacy as a Hollywood figure remains strong due to his intense portrayal of troubled youth and rebel without a cause. His character, Jim Stark, struck a chord with a generation facing the pressures of societal norms, reflecting their emotional struggles during a time of cultural upheaval. The depth of Dean's performance offered a new perspective on youth, portraying feelings of isolation and rebellion that many could relate to. This groundbreaking role contributed to his lasting image as a symbol for those who felt alienated or out of step with conventional values. His impact on film and culture resonates even today, as audiences continue to connect with the themes he explored. Through his art, Dean gave a voice to the complexities of youth, challenging the status quo and expressing the inner conflicts that defined a unique era in Hollywood history. His unique aura captivated audiences and created a lasting impression on Hollywood. Combining traditional masculinity with a softer, almost androgynous quality, he stood out as an unusual figure in the 1950s cinematic landscape. This distinctiveness did not follow typical ideals of male beauty at the time. Instead, he radiated a mysterious blend of confidence and vulnerability. As a result, he attracted not only women but men as well, which was indeed rare for that era. His magnetic charm and compelling performances drew moviegoers to theaters, allowing him to rise to stardom despite not fitting the conventional standards of handsomeness. With his rough edges, he portrayed characters filled with emotional intensity, making his performances resonate deeply with audiences. This charisma and complexity became hallmarks of his legacy, symbolizing rebellion and the exploration of complex emotions. His impact continues to influence actors and filmmakers today, reminding everyone of the power of authentic and nuanced portrayals of humanity. James Dean emerged as a powerful symbol of youth rebellion in the 1950s. He became a cultural representative for a generation eager to challenge authority and societal expectations. Through his roles, he addressed deep-seated frustrations and anxieties that many teenagers grappled with during that time. Dean's performances often featured characters who resisted conformity, portraying their struggles against societal norms. This resistance resonated with a wide audience, as young people identified with the themes of freedom and self-discovery. His films showcased the inner turmoil of youth, making him an icon for those searching for identity in a post-war world. The stories he told on screen embodied a new wave of anti-establishment sentiments that were beginning to take root in American society. Many saw Dean as more than just an actor. He articulated the passions of young people longing for a voice amidst the restrictive norms of their upbringing. Through his art, he ignited a movement that encouraged liberation and authenticity in the lives of many. His legacy as a voice of the youth remains impactful. Despite the challenges of his time, James Dean stands out as a pivotal figure in LGBTQ history, particularly remembered as a gay icon. His life was marked by mystery and intrigue, shaped by the prevalent societal norms that often stigmatized non-heteronormative relationships. The rumors surrounding Dean's romantic entanglements with both men and women contributed significantly to his enigmatic persona. His fierce intensity on screen captivated audiences and resonated profoundly with the LGBTQ community, elevating him as a beloved figure. This connection stemmed not just from his talent, but also from his complex understanding of love and sexuality. Dean's refusal to confine himself to conventional labels allowed him to embody a fluidity that many find empowering. This defiance of societal expectations, paired with his unparalleled charisma, solidified his status as one of the most enduring gay icons in history. Fans continue to draw inspiration from his legacy, celebrating his authenticity and the way he challenged norms without fear, leaving an indelible mark on culture and identity. Despite the constraints of his time, James Dean's life and relationships reflected a remarkable complexity. His connections with both men and women revealed a fluidity that transcended the rigid labels often imposed by society. Dean's willingness to explore these connections set him apart in an era marked by conservative values. Reports of his relationships suggest that he formed deep emotional bonds regardless of gender, demonstrating a desire to live authentically. This open-mindedness made him both an icon of admiration and a source of controversy. Many were intrigued by his reluctance to define his sexuality, choosing instead to embrace a range of experiences that expressed his true self. The entertainment industry during Dean's lifetime imposed strict expectations on actors, yet he defied these norms. His journey suggests a longing for acceptance and understanding in a world often quick to judge. Dean's life serves as a reminder of the beauty found in authenticity, blurring the lines of traditional sexual identities while challenging others to rethink their perceptions. Biographers suggest that Dean was pragmatic in his relationships, often using them to secure roles or connections in Hollywood. He understood the competitive nature of the film industry, where opportunities were sometimes hard to come by. His charm and talent opened many doors, but he also knew that forming productive relationships was key to advancing his career. These connections were not purely romantic. They had practical motives that allowed him to maneuver through the challenging landscape of 1950s Hollywood. He often adapted his persona to fit different situations, impressing those who could help him achieve his goals. This strategic approach meant that his relationships could be seen as tools for success rather than just personal connections. Dean's ability to leverage friendships and alliances highlighted his keen understanding of the entertainment business. While his talent was undeniable, it was this practical mindset that enabled him to navigate the complexities of the industry effectively, making his mark as a significant figure in film history. As James Dean navigated the glamorous yet tumultuous world of Hollywood, he became intertwined with the lives of some of the era's most famous figures. His friendships and relationships with stars like Marilyn Monroe and Elizabeth Taylor drew public attention, leading to endless speculation about the true nature of his connections. Each bond added layers to Dean's enigmatic persona, painting him not only as a talented actor, but also as a figure who captively broke social norms. Judy Garland and Rock Hudson further deepened his ties within this elite circle, showcasing a blend of romantic interests and genuine friendships that transcended the usual boundaries of Hollywood relationships. Marlon Brando, a contemporary and fellow icon, shared a mutual respect and friendship with Dean that both highlighted their artistic struggles and ambitions. These interactions provided a glimpse into the personal life of James Dean, elevating his status beyond that of a mere actor. His relationships left an indelible mark, making him a defining character within the vibrant narrative of the golden era of cinema, where fame and personal identity were frequently interwoven. Despite his tremendous success as an actor, James Dean's personal life was filled with deep inner struggles. Those who knew him described him as a person who thought a lot about himself and his place in the world. Often, he seemed tormented by feelings of loneliness and insecurity, which made it hard for him to connect with others fully. His volatile temperament added to this complexity, leading some to believe his intense emotions were tied to unresolved issues from his childhood. As a child, he faced the loss of his mother and was raised in a family that valued strength and emotional control. This background influenced his personality and led to a deep sense of vulnerability that he seldom shared openly. His emotional battles were especially evident in his relationships, whether with friends or romantic partners. Many noted that he had a tendency to pull back and isolate himself, which fostered an air of mystery around him. This self-isolation did not help his inner turmoil, but it contributed to the interesting persona that made him a legendary figure. Even as he achieved fame, the struggle within him persisted, painting a poignant picture of a man who, despite his success, was never quite at peace. Though celebrated as a Hollywood icon, James Dean's life was marked by an attraction to darkness and danger. He often thrived on the edge, engaging in reckless behavior that went beyond the typical image of a leading man. Reports have emerged of him carrying a flick knife, indicating a fascination not just with danger, but a rebellion against the norms of society. He participated in acts of self-harm, viewing this intense physical experience as a means to enhance his acting. The pain seemed to connect him to his characters on a deeper level, allowing him to bring raw emotion and authenticity to his performances. However, this penchant for self-destruction was more than a quirky method of immersing himself in his work. It pointed to deeper struggles with his mental health. Dean's need for confrontation and thrill was likely a distraction from his inner turmoil. His bad boy image, while appealing to fans, only hinted at the complexities of his psyche. This darkness pervaded his private life, revealing a man grappling with conflicts that mirrored the intense roles he portrayed on screen. The line between his acting and reality blurred, making his performances even more compelling but also tragic, as his life was intertwined with a continuous battle against his demons. In their brief romance, James Dean and Marilyn Monroe shared a connection that was both passionate and complicated. They met at a time when both were grappling with their own struggles in the glare of Hollywood fame. Their relationship was filled with both tender moments and tumultuous exchanges, painting a picture of a classic Hollywood romance that mirrored the drama often found on screen. The chemistry they had was undeniable, pulling them together in powerful ways. However, as they spent time together, they both understood the realities of their lives and the pressures that came with their celebrity status. Monroe's own battles with her identity and fame echoed Dean's struggles, creating a bond that was intense but ultimately fleeting. This understanding led them to realize that sustaining a long-term relationship would be difficult. Their time together became a significant chapter in both their lives, representing a moment of vulnerability amidst their chaotic existences in the spotlight. The spark they shared, though short-lived, added depth to their stories and remains a notable aspect of their legacies. Insecurities often shaped James Dean's life and work. Many people described him as insecure and difficult to handle, a perspective highlighted by biographer Darwin Porter. This insecurity sometimes showed up as arrogance or aloofness. Dean found it hard to balance his self-doubt with a strong desire for validation from others. Because of these traits, he became a polarizing figure in Hollywood. Some people admired his incredible talent, while others found his behavior difficult. At times, his confidence appeared as a mask for deeper struggles. Despite receiving applause and recognition, he often questioned his own abilities and worth. This conflict led to moments of tension on set, making collaboration challenging. His artistic passion didn't always shine through in a positive way, leaving colleagues puzzled over how to communicate with him. Dean's need for approval seemed to haunt him throughout his career, adding layers to his personality. With this complexity, he left a lasting impact on cinema despite his short time in the spotlight. During his early years, significant losses shaped James Dean's life in ways that were deeply impactful. The death of his mother when he was very young marked a turning point for him. She was not only a nurturing presence but also his closest confidant, someone he turned to for guidance and support. Losing her left a void in his life, resulting in feelings of isolation and a sense of being unmoored. This early trauma created a rift in his relationship with his father, which became strained in her absence. The lack of a maternal figure and the difficulties in his home life set the stage for emotional struggles that would follow him throughout his life. This tumultuous upbringing contributed to the complex personality that became evident in his performances. The grief and unresolved feelings from his childhood shaped his approach to acting, allowing him to express a wide range of emotions that resonated with audiences. His intense energy and passion on screen can often be traced back to these early experiences of loss. Following his mother's death, James Dean faced deep emotional turmoil that heavily impacted his life. His father's choice to send him to live with relatives created a lasting feeling of abandonment. This pivotal moment led to a significant breakdown in their relationship. Dean's father struggled to connect with him, and their strained interactions became a source of pain that he carried throughout his life. Rather than finding comfort and support from his father, Dean felt pushed away, leading to feelings of resentment that would linger. The absence of a nurturing familial bond left a void that Dean desperately tried to fill through intense friendships and mentorships with others. Even as he formed these connections, the unresolved feelings of abandonment and pain from his childhood experiences remained a core part of his emotional struggles. This complex relationship with his father not only shaped his personal life, but also played a role in the way he expressed himself as an artist. Dean's longing for acceptance and connection became themes in his work, leaving a lasting impact on his legacy and the way audiences perceived him. In his quest for guidance and support, James Dean formed important relationships with influential figures throughout his life. One notable connection was with a local Methodist pastor who had a significant and complex impact on him. This relationship sparked much speculation over the years, with some accounts indicating that it may have involved more than just simple mentorship. For Dean, the pastor might have provided a paternal figure, something he deeply needed due to his own struggles with family and emotional stability. While this connection offered him a sense of support and guidance, the intricacies of their bond also left lasting emotional scars. As a result, Dean faced unresolved issues that would haunt him in his later years. These emotional challenges influenced his personal relationships as he navigated fame and the pressures of Hollywood. His interactions with the pastor reflected a search for identity and connection that was often elusive, revealing the inner turmoil that shaped his life and career. Despite his fame and charisma, James Dean faced profound emotional struggles throughout his life. Friends of Dean often noted his unpredictable mood swings, which could shift from joy to deep sadness in a short time. This volatility was not just a quirk, it was a reflection of his inner turmoil. Dean was described as a deeply emotional person whose sentimentality sometimes overwhelmed him. These feelings made it challenging for him to form lasting relationships. He would frequently retreat from friends, creating distance when they might have offered support. His vulnerability was evident in the way he interacted with those close to him. Dean often shared his insecurities and doubts, revealing layers of personal conflict. However, this openness was a double-edged sword, as it also led him to isolate himself during overwhelming moments. His friends could sense that beneath his charm and talent lay a man grappling with significant emotional pain. While he could connect deeply with others, his struggle with mood swings often left him feeling alone and conflicted. Dean's legacy continues to resonate, reflecting both his artistic brilliance and the complexity of his emotional experiences. He remains an icon, not just for his roles, but for the raw humanity he displayed in his life. The bond between James Dean and his mother was exceptionally unique. She recognized his artistic talents early on, and always encouraged him to explore these gifts. Her support gave him the strength to chase his dreams in acting and the arts. This connection filled his life with love and motivation, allowing him to thrive creatively. Dean's mother instilled in him not just artistic skills, but also a deep belief in his potential. Even as he achieved fame, the influence of his mother remained a guiding light in his life. Her death was a devastating loss for him, creating an emptiness that he struggled to fill throughout his career and personal relationships. Though he found success on the screen, those moments of triumph often felt incomplete without her. He frequently spoke about her, describing her as the one person who truly understood him, highlighting the profound impact she had on both his life and career. As he navigated the complexities of fame and relationships, the memory of her support remained central to his identity and aspirations. Following his mother's death, James Dean faced a critical turning point in his life when he was sent to live with his aunt and uncle in Indiana. This move represented a significant change, thrusting him into a new environment that was starkly different from what he had known. The transition was not smooth, as he grappled with the profound loss of his mother, which left a deep emotional scar. He struggled to find a sense of belonging in this unfamiliar home, often feeling isolated and disconnected from those around him. The idyllic yet constricting countryside of Indiana contrasted sharply with his previous life, amplifying his feelings of loneliness. As he navigated this challenging phase, Dean began to develop a complex personality marked by a blend of independence and vulnerability. These formative years were pivotal in shaping him into the deeply reflective and passionate actor he would later become. The loneliness he experienced often fueled his artistic expression, making him more empathetic, yet ever more aware of his solitude. Over time, the struggle to adjust to his new life in Indiana laid the groundwork for his intense personal and professional journey. Despite the challenges he faced, Dean excelled in school, participating in academics, sports, and drama. His commitment to his studies and extracurricular activities showed a strong will and resilience that set him apart from many of his peers. In the classroom, he was attentive and eager to learn, often impressing his teachers with his insightful questions and lively participation. This academic achievement was complemented by his passion for sports, where he applied his competitive spirit and drive. Yet, it was in drama that he truly found his calling. Acting became an essential outlet for his emotions, allowing him to express himself in ways that he sometimes struggled to do in everyday life. His performances drew admiration from both teachers and classmates alike, showcasing his remarkable talent and charisma. These early accomplishments hinted at the greatness that awaited him in Hollywood, as he demonstrated dedication, skill, and a natural ability to captivate audiences with his engaging presence. After briefly studying law, Dean switched his focus to drama, marking the beginning of his journey to Hollywood. His early decision to leave the legal field showed his passion for the performing arts. While he encountered many challenges in the change, he found a mentor in actor James Whitmore. Whitmore recognized Dean's talent and helped him navigate the complexities of the acting world. This mentorship proved significant, as Dean learned valuable insights about acting and the industry. As he transitioned into acting, this shift became a turning point in his career. He quickly established himself as a serious performer, showcasing a magnetic presence on screen. His dedication to his craft was evident from the beginning. He immersed himself in his roles, allowing his true emotions to shine through in his performances. As a result, he gained recognition for his intense portrayals, captivating audiences and critics alike. Dean's commitment to his characters set him apart, making him a standout figure in the acting community. Dean's breakthrough came with his roles in East of Eden, Rebel Without a Cause, and Giant, where he portrayed complex characters that resonated with audiences. In East of Eden, he played Cal Trask, a troubled young man battling deep inner conflicts and seeking his father's approval. This role showcased Dean's ability to convey raw emotional intensity, drawing viewers into the character's struggles. Following that, in Rebel Without a Cause, he embodied Jim Stark, a rebellious teenager trying to find his place in a confusing world. His performance captured the feelings of alienation and frustration shared by many young people at the time, establishing him as a cultural icon. In Giant, his role as Jet Rink illustrated his versatility, allowing Dean to explore themes of ambition and identity. Through these films, his portrayal of troubled, rebellious characters struck a chord with a generation seeking authenticity amid social change. Dean's dedication to his craft and his ability to channel personal struggles into his roles were key to his success, making him an enduring figure in cinema. Through his early struggles, James Dean found a crucial ally in Rogers Brackett, a prominent Hollywood executive. Their relationship played a significant role in shaping Dean's career in an industry known for its fierce competition. Brackett was more than just a mentor. He offered support that allowed Dean to take on roles that were pivotal in his ascent to fame. The dynamics of their relationship sparked controversy. Some observers speculated that it ventured into deeper territory than traditional mentorship, suggesting a personal connection that may have influenced their professional interactions. Despite the debates surrounding their bond, it is clear that Brackett's assistance was vital for Dean. This guidance enabled Dean to navigate the complexities of Hollywood, which was often unwelcoming to newcomers. Dean's strategic approach included forging connections with influential people like Brackett, understanding that relationships could be a powerful tool in his quest for success and recognition in film. Building those ties not only helped him secure significant roles, but also positioned him as a rising star whose talent could not be overlooked. His dedication to establishing these connections ultimately contributed to defining his legacy in cinema. Despite the complexity of James Dean's relationship with his mentor, Rogers Brackett, it remains a significant part of his story. Many people have debated whether Brackett's influence was supportive or exploitative. On one hand, Brackett offered guidance to Dean as he navigated the competitive world of Hollywood. He provided crucial advice that helped shape Dean's acting career. On the other hand, some critics argue that Brackett took advantage of Dean's youth and vulnerability. This relationship raises questions about personal boundaries in the often cutthroat environment of acting. For Dean, navigating fame came with sacrifices, and Brackett's mentorship was both a lifeline and a source of emotional turmoil. The intensity of their bond influenced Dean's views on loyalty and love, creating a foundation that impacted his personal life. As Dean sought success, he had to confront the complexities of mentorship, leading to a legacy filled with both admiration and criticism. Navigating Hollywood successfully requires more than just talent. It involves building strong relationships. Dean's ability to navigate this challenging landscape was significantly aided by his friendships with influential people. These connections proved vital in securing roles that boosted his career and helped him gain recognition among peers and audiences alike. In an industry often characterized by exclusivity and competition, such relationships offered him insights and opportunities that many aspiring actors lacked. His social network in Hollywood was not just a passive result of his charisma. It became an active part of his strategy to succeed in a daunting environment. Dean's adaptability and determination shone through as he forged ties with powerful figures who could guide him and open doors that would otherwise remain closed. This approach illustrates how crucial personal connections can be in shaping an artist's path and achieving their ambitions. Dean's journey in Hollywood exemplifies the power of relationships in the pursuit of success in the entertainment industry. Throughout his life, Dean's charisma and magnetic personality drew people to him. He possessed a charm that was undeniable, allowing him to captivate audiences effortlessly both on and off the screen. His unique appeal was not just about looks. It was deeply tied to his intensity as an actor. This intensity manifested in his performances, making every role he took on filled with emotion and authenticity. Dean had a knack for commanding attention, which set him apart from many of his contemporaries. He seamlessly blended charm with a rebellious spirit, embodying the angst and restlessness of youth in a way that resonated with many people. This combination of qualities established him as one of the most iconic figures of his time. Fans were drawn to his enigmatic persona, which seemed to suggest that there was much more beneath the surface than what was visible. The energy he brought to his roles, coupled with his lifestyle, made him a symbol of a generation that yearned for change and authenticity. His lasting impact on cinema and culture continues to be celebrated, showing just how powerful his presence was. While pursuing his passion for acting, James Dean captured the hearts of many. In 1955, however, his life came to an abrupt end when he died in a car accident while driving his Porsche Spyder. This tragic event shocked not only Hollywood but also fans around the globe. Dean had become an icon of youthful rebellion and charisma, yet his fascination with speed and danger was part of his image. This love for thrill ultimately led to his untimely death, cutting short a promising career that many believed was just beginning to blossom. His performances in films like East of Eden and Rebel Without a Cause showcased his incredible talent, leaving lasting impressions on audiences. Following his death, the film industry mourned the loss of a bright star, and fans were left to wonder what might have been as they reflected on his potential. The accident marked a pivotal moment in Hollywood history, reminding everyone that life is fragile and unpredictable. After Dean's death, his legacy continued to grow, as his image became a symbol of rebellion and youth. Many see his short life and tragic end as a part of the mystique that surrounds him. Fans and biographers have explored the complexities of his personality, revealing a passionate and deeply thoughtful individual beneath his brooding exterior. His charisma and talent captivated audiences, sparking a deep admiration that persists to this day. Dean's influence extended beyond film, as he became an icon of the 1950s, representing a generation struggling with conformity and societal expectations. His roles in films like Rebel Without a Cause resonated with the youth and reflected their desires for freedom and self-expression. Even years later, his impact on popular culture remains strong. Images of him often evoke the idea of the misunderstood artist, a symbol of the rebellious spirit that defined the era. He is remembered as one of Hollywood's most enigmatic figures, inspiring countless artists and cultural movements long after his untimely passing. The Porsche Spyder involved in James Dean's fatal accident has become a source of fascination and fear over the years. Many have claimed that the car is cursed. After the crash, parts of the Spyder were sold off, and those who bought pieces experienced strange accidents or unfortunate events. This pattern of misfortune sparked rumors and heightened the car's infamous reputation. These stories of woe added intrigue to Dean's legacy as people began to talk about the mysterious events connected to the car. The belief in its curse escalated, drawing in both fans and historians who attempted to understand the tragedy that influenced Dean's life and career. The car's disappearance only intensified its allure. It became more than just a vehicle. It transformed into a powerful symbol of Dean's untimely death and the enigmatic aura surrounding his brief yet impactful life. The fate of the Porsche Spyder continues to captivate those who delve into the history of Hollywood's golden age. Its legacy persists in the tales that weave through time, intertwining with the enduring image of James Dean as a troubled yet talented icon of the silver screen. The ongoing discussions about the car and its supposed curse keep the memory of both the vehicle and the actor alive in popular culture today. The mystique of James Dean's fatal Porsche has intrigued many people over the years. After his tragic accident, parts of the car seemed to carry an air of mystery and danger. There were claims that pieces of the vehicle were involved in bizarre accidents, fueling stories about a supposed curse linked to the car. This fascination with the curse captivated the public's imagination, leading people to believe that the car represented something darker about Dean's own fate. As word spread, dealers and collectors proudly declared they possessed parts of the infamous Porsche, enhancing its reputation as a haunted relic. These stories became part of the wider narrative surrounding Dean's death, emphasizing his persona as a talented but tragically doomed young actor. The idea that a simple car could hold such dark secrets only deepened the enigma of his legacy. Amidst the tragedy, this ghostly aura surrounding his automobile perpetuated the image of James Dean as a figure forever marked by fate and misfortune. Although his career spanned only a few years, James Dean remains one of Hollywood's most iconic figures, embodying the spirit of rebellion and youth. He captured the hearts of many through his unforgettable performances and compelling screen presence. His exploration of complex emotions and characters resonated deeply with audiences, making him a symbol of the restless youth of his time. Dean's films like Rebel Without a Cause, East of Eden, and Giant reflect his quest for authenticity and individuality, setting him apart from his contemporaries. His ability to portray the inner struggles of his characters brought a new level of depth to the performances that few actors could achieve. His tragic death at a young age only added to his mystique, cementing his status as a Hollywood legend. Today, Dean's influence continues to be felt in popular culture, as his image inspires new generations of actors and fans. His legacy of intensity and passion for his craft makes him a timeless figure in the world of cinema. While James Dean's legacy as an iconic figure in Hollywood remains impressive, the exploration of his personal life adds another layer to his story. Through his roles, Dean became a voice for many who struggled with their identities, especially in a time when societal norms were rigid. The documentary highlights how Dean navigated his sexuality within the entertainment industry, showcasing the concept of gay for pay. This term reflects the tension he faced in a predominantly heterosexual world while still seeking connection and passion. The film does an excellent job of weaving together his emotional performances with the reality of his life, offering insights into the struggles of acceptance and the complexity of self-expression. Although he lived a brief life, the way he approached his art and the choices he made have left a lasting impression. Audiences are still drawn to the raw vulnerability he displayed, finding relevance in the truths he portrayed. His influence continues to inspire discussions about identity and the pursuit of authenticity in the modern landscape of film and